What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the next airport update for Anchorhead Bay International Airport. I've changed a few things around a little bit, just trying to make it a little better for the whole airport. We have some new expansions for some airlines and some cargo operations as well. But with that being said, we're going to start over here. I'm also going to try a different different filming for this video instead. So we're going to get started with the silver ATR 42 that just flew in from Tampa. Next to that, we have the Frontier A320neo that just flew in from Denver. Moving on to Spirit, we have the A320neo that just flew in from New York. Next to that, we have the Allegiant A320 getting ready for his departure. We'll send you to New Orleans. Next to that, we have the Allegiant A319. Next to that, we have this Breeze E190 getting ready for his departure out to Nashville. Next to that, we have a JetBlue A220 getting ready for his departure to New York JFK. JetBlue A320 just flew in from Boston. And then I didn't realize that flash was going to turn on like it did. But anyway, we have this WestJet 737-700 that just arrived in from Calgary. Now starting off with Delta section of this Delta connection aircraft, we have this Rare 175 that just flew in from next to that we have a CRJ getting ready for departure to New York JFK. And then the CRJ 700 that just arrived in. Next year we have a 752 getting ready for its departure to Salt Lake City. We have a 739 just arrived in. Next to that we have a 753 getting ready for its departure to Los Angeles. Next to that we have a Delta 772 just flew in Washington Dulles. Next to that we have a Delta A319 getting ready for its departure to Miami. Down here we have a Delta 737-900 or -3, their -800, not a -800. We just flew in from Chicago, and I'm sorry about the flash cutting on and off. Anyway, we're just gonna keep moving on. Next to that here we have a Delta 1821. Sending to Houston. Here we have an A320 Austin. Here we have an A321 getting ready for departure and an A220-300 that just flew in from, we'll just say he just flew in from Toronto. Now starting off the international and the other stuff in general, the other airlines. So starting off with that, we have the Cubana TU-154, and he just flew in from Havana. Next to that, we have the Aeromexico 737 MAX 9 getting ready for his departure to Mexico City. Next to that, we have a new model. This is an Air Canada A220-300 getting ready for his departure to Toronto. And here we have another new model. This is an Avianca A320 in the Taka retro livery, and he flew in from Bogota. Next to that, we have an American A320, just flew in from Dallas. And here we have an American 737 MAX 8 getting ready for his departure to Phoenix. Now we have this CRJ 700 of American Eagle that just flew in from Miami. And here we have the Dash 8 in the retro livery that just flew in. Or no, sorry, he's getting ready for his departure to Reagan National Airport. Next to that, we have an Alaska 739 in the One World livery, getting ready for his departure to Seattle. Southwest 737-700 getting ready for his departure to Dallas. Southwest 737-800 just flew in from Orlando. United 752 getting ready to go to San Francisco. And now we have a new service with United Express. I would much prefer to use to have a CRJ 550 or an E175 to use, but this is the only United Express plane in my entire collection. The CRJ 200 in the Battleship Gray livery, and he flew in from Chicago O'Hare. And here we have a United 737 MAX 8 getting ready for his departure to Houston. Starting with the international wide bodies, or just wide bodies in general, we have this Aeroflot Il-96, and he is boarding for his flight to Moscow. And next to that, we have this Emirates A380 that just arrived in from Dubai. Here we have this ETA A320 or A330-200 getting ready for his departure to Rome. And here is our Team USA A330neo Delta, and he just flew in from Amsterdam. Right here we have the Delta A350-900, and he is getting ready for his departure to Seoul. Next to that, we have the American 777-300ER, and he's getting ready for his departure to Los Angeles. Next to that, we have my Lufthansa 747-8I, and he's getting ready for his departure to Frankfurt. And here's my Delta 767-300 that is getting ready for his departure to Guatemala City. Now for the other side of the terminal here, we have the Delta A330-300. Just flew in from Dublin. Next to that is this ANA 7810, and he's getting ready for his departure to Tokyo Haneda. Here we have the Delta 764 that just arrived in from London Heathrow. Finally, here is my Delta A330neo. I'm sorry, the camera's shaking. My apologies. We have the Delta A330neo, and he just arrived in from. I'm so sorry, the camera's shaking. And he just arrived in from. Let's say he flew in from Sao Paulo. Now here at the hard stand areas, there are no GSEs out here. I just didn't put any because I just decided I didn't want to. But we got 4 aircraft here as usual. So we'll start with the El Al 787-9. He's waiting for his gate to open up, and he will head over there before his departure back to Tel Aviv. Next to that, we have my Air China 747-8, and he flew in from Beijing, and he's just waiting around for his departure back out there. Next to that, we have my Asiana 777-200. He's waiting for his departure back out to Seoul. And finally here, for the heavies that are parked, we have my French B A350-900, and he is getting ready for to head back to his gate, and he will he'll return to Paris. So now here for the UPS ramp, we have the 4 UPS aircraft as always. So we'll start with the 752, getting ready for his departure to Louisville. Next to that, we have the 767-300 freighter, and he flew in from Los Angeles. Next to that, we have my 747-400 freighter, and he is getting ready for his departure to we'll send him to Anchorage. And then back here we have my MD-11, and he's getting ready for his departure out to, he'll be heading out to Manchester. Now we're here on the taxiway, so we'll start with this Lufthansa A343, and he's taxiing out for his departure to Munich. And next to that is this United 737-900, or -800 in the Star Wars livery. Normally, you wouldn't see a 737-800 here for United, but, and I just included this airplane only a couple updates back. The only reason I'm throwing this back in is because Star Wars, that's literally it. But we'll be sending him to, we'll send him to Washington, Vegas. Now here on the takeoff roll going out to London Heathrow, we have this British Airways Boeing 777-200. And as I said, he's taking off for London Heathrow. Right here we're starting out the cargo section. I've set up a new cargo section where I had Air Force One parked last time. So we'll start here with this Korean Air Cargo 747-8F. He flew in, he just arrived in from Chicago O'Hare. And next to that we have this National Airlines Boeing 747-400 converted freighter. And he flew in from Luxembourg and is getting ready for a return flight to Luxembourg. And then, I'm sorry, that's blue. Okay. And now right here we have the general aviation section, and I'm trying to get, okay, there it is, it's focused now. We have the general aviation section. So starting off here with that, we have Donald Trump's personal 752, and he flew in from Fort Lauderdale. And next to that we have this Boeing BBJ 737-700. And he flew in from Colorado Springs. So that's the update. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.